All right, that time has come again to check out the videos you guys have sent in. Let's see what we got. What in the hell is going on?
Holy crap.
That doesn't even look real. I honestly have no idea what's going on here. They're just pulling the whole tree over, so I don't know what it hits. It hits another line that he's hanging on to, because if he was just pulling the tree over, then his pull line should just be straight, but it's almost like they had like another rope going up in another tree, and then he just gets slingshotted into the air like that. But I don't know, if you guys can figure it out, let me know, but I don't really have much insight on this one. I've never seen. That's just crazy how fast he goes up, and what a solid dude, man. Committed. Oh, that sucks so bad. Yeah, that's just one of those things where you see all those other pieces of logs that he's got on the ground there. If they would have just taken the time to just maybe anticipate that and just gone and like lined some up in front of that archway, because that's going to be a pain in the ass to try to fix for sure. Bummer. Oh, ladder boy. Yoy.
Are you? Oh my gosh.
Once again, I can't stress anymore to not be working from ladders or step ladders and stuff like that. Like, tree work is just not meant for it whatsoever. So classic when you see him pop back up over the fence. Love it. He's gonna get, yeah, I almost knew he was gonna get hit with something just by how brittle all the branches were when the tree was coming down. You could pretty much tell something was gonna smoke this dude in the head. Oh, yeah, I mean, another one of those good examples of when you're cutting something, don't stand next to the tree, mesmerized by it coming down. Back into a safer spot. Okay, so this guy's not in a ladder, but it's still basically the same rule applies, right? Anytime you're taking a top off of a tree, you want to kind of be up past the halfway mark, because if you're below that halfway point, by the time the top hits the ground, that butt end's gonna come back and hit you for sure. Oh no. Oh God. Oh. So yeah, there was a show called I think it was called Welcome to Oblivious or something like that back in the day. Welcome to Oblivious. Oh, this is like the main character right here. What is he even thinking, just standing there like that? That's like one of the worst barber chairs I've ever seen. I think that's a beech tree too. So that wood is like so heavy. And if that would have just nicked his head, I mean, the dude's dead. I mean, the guy's so lucky. Yeah. Okay, so we're starting off with like the tiniest little notch ever. So he's got his face cut in, because there's like a second piece there. His face cut's not deep enough to get that back piece to come straight with it neither. Big top, big problem. It's raining, so it's like pretty icky, but it looks like that notch is just way too small. Oh. So yeah, then the top gets caught up in the other tree. I mean, it's not like if the other tree's here, his notch would have probably had to have been pointed a little bit more towards the other side, and they should be pulling more away from this tree here, because you can already tell as soon as the camera pans up that there is going to be some catching up here with these branches. So there's no way that top's coming out clean. Oh. It's kind of dark, it's hard to see, but oh yeah. It's like you almost want to like jump into the video. I know this guy already did this, right? But it's like you get so invested that you want to jump in and you want to tell the guy like, it's not gonna work. Oh, yeah, I mean, I've talked about this a lot. When the tree's coming down, get into a safe spot, because if there's a change in elevation or there's another log on the ground, because there you can tell there's like some kind of hump. He's felling it right on like this like knoll. So as soon as that tree comes over the knoll, the butt end's gonna jump off. It's gonna want to rip your head off. Another really lucky dude. But I've seen guys get like their ball caps hit off. That's what this guy almost got his hat taken off. It would have been a little bit more epic if that would have happened, but oh my God, it's so close. People don't understand the power that a tree has and how fast it's coming up when it's bucking up like that. If it hits you under the chin, you're done. All right, so we got like 5, 6 guys pulling a rope, and everybody dips except for the one hypnotized dude. But he kind of gets like caught up in the rope, and then he doesn't really know what's going down. But another kind of rule of thumb too, when you're the pull guy on the ground, you're gonna want to be further away than the length of the tree when it's coming down. So if you got like a 100-foot tree, you want to be pulling from more than 100 feet back, so when the tree comes, you don't get smoked with it. Or have like a really, really good escape route. But when you're a whole bunch of guys on the line like that, unless it's perfectly coordinated and you've talked about it and you're like, okay, you go this way, you go that way, you go that way, everybody starts running in the same spot, you're gonna get caught up. Oh. Yeah, I mean, that'll happen. Like sometimes your saw will get pinched and you just gotta let go of it. It's not worth trying to hang on. I've smashed a couple of saws like that over the years. Just for some reason, the chain will get pinched. It kind of depends on what type of wood it is. But certain woods get more pinchy than others. If you feel like the saw is going with the tree, just let go of it, because it's not worth getting all busted up if you're not gonna let go of the saw. But that's what he did. I mean, he let go of it. Like, this guy looks like he knows what he's doing, right? Like, he knew that was gonna happen. He backed up into the safe spot. He left the saw. I think he got lucky. His saw didn't get crushed or nothing. I've cracked casings and stuff like that. The worst is when it happens to you when you're in the tree, because usually your climbing saw, you'll have a leash that's attached to your harness. So once that starts going, you gotta let go, and then you're kind of gonna get like a kick until it lets out because it's attached to your waist. But when you're on the ground, you just let go of it. I don't know if it's willful ignorance or if it's just straight up, it's just, oh God. This guy has no respect for how heavy this piece of wood is. He thinks he can just push it over, and then once it doesn't come, he's just sticking around. Oh, another. It makes me wonder, we're seeing all these videos of all these close calls and stuff, but how many are we not seeing that end up bad? Where somebody gets killed or whatever. Like, these guys are all okay, we can kind of joke about it and stuff like that. But, and he's got a nice piece of machinery back there too. He's got like a little kind of bobcat. I can't tell if it gets hit or not, but yeah, no, dude, it's not gonna go. It's going the wrong way. Ugh. Yeah. All right, so this should be cool. We've also talked about this before in the past, about root masses sitting back up and how you never want to have anybody back there, because if that thing comes up, if it sits back down and anybody's back there, they're not coming out. That's probably one of the bigger ones I've ever seen. That's pretty cool.
Uh-oh, watch out. Here it goes. And it's going the wrong way. Oh my gosh.
So I can't really tell, but I would presume it doesn't look like they even have a rope in the tree. He doesn't have an axe or a wedge to even help the hinge come over, nothing. He's basically just thinking that with a notch and a back cut, it's gonna go, but no chance. Well, this one's like really, I'm at a loss for words. His arm's right there. I mean, I'm trying to help this guy out here, but it just looks like he's trying to cut his arm on purpose. Well, he's got to be trying to smash the house on purpose. There's like, is that an abandoned house that they don't care about and it's getting smashed anyway? Because there's no way this was ever going to work. That's a big top. I mean, like that house, I don't know, it would be nice to hear like a little bit more audio of maybe like if the climber is like yelling and cursing after, then maybe we'd be able to tell if it didn't matter if they smashed the house or not. But to me, that was never going to work. There's no possible way that that butt is not coming back on the house. Oh yeah, no, see that's bad. You should never have, if you've got a piece of machinery that has a clamp, like the way it's holding that tree there, you can use the machinery to rest up against the piece and you can use it like as leverage to push, but those things will stay stuck there. And just like exactly what happened, it just takes the machine with it because the guy wasn't able to unclamp from the tree. And the dude at the bottom, I mean, like he should have been cutting from the other side of the tree on the safe side.
It's going. Oh.
All right, cool. So we got the guys pulling towards the house. The house is already all smashed. So they must have already smashed it all, cutting other pieces. The people that, I don't understand, like the people that are filming, like you don't think that like you have some common sense to be like, this isn't gonna work, maybe you guys shouldn't do this? And he goes over and he helps pull, like, so I'm like sweating watching that one because it's just so completely ridiculous. Yeah, so this looks like another one of those cases where I don't even think the guy did a notch. He didn't do a face cut in the front, so he's only doing a back cut, and then he gets that barber chair, and then it comes back in and smokes him off the ladder. Shocking. Ay. That's when you kind of have to let your spidey senses help you out when you're climbing up that stem. If you see like a rotten spot or a weak point or a spot that's maybe has a crack or is compromised or whatever, you're not really gonna want to be lowering anything too heavy above that compromised point, right? Because that's exactly what happened. He lowers it out and then that piece breaks on him. Another lucky dude. Yeah, so I mean, that's part of the business, right? Like when you're felling trees one shot, don't be in the drop zone. There's got to be more communication going on with the guy cutting the tree as well. I'm so paranoid, like every time I'm felling something one shot, I'll always like quadruple check to make sure the dogs are inside the house, none of the ground men are in the drop zone. This is just kind of careless a little bit, right? Like maybe guys just wanting to get home quick at the end of the day and dropping trees, and this guy just like literally walking right into it, has no clue what's going on. Well, thanks for sending those in. Those were fun and hard to watch at the same time. If I missed anything or there was any of the videos that I wasn't too sure about what was going on and you guys are able to decipher, let me know, but we'll catch you guys on the next one.
Watching the sunset on Tennessee.